Yeah, good evening everybody, and welcome to our session of the AWS Training Solution Architect. Today we are going to be looking at recycle bin. I think we started recycle bin last time and we could not go through recycle bin very well. We did recycle bin in our last video. I think we can consult what we did there. Let us just try to go over recycle bin and see what was there to be done. So let's head over to our AWS system. Okay, let us create an instance which we are going to use for our demonstration. All right, all these stages are what we already know, so it will not be any big deal for you. Selecting an existing group, let us create one. All right, we're about to create a security group here. My system seems to be blocking. Let me open all the ports. I think we got something. All right, our EC2 instance is ready. We want to show you how recycle bin works, right? We want to show you how recycle bin works, and recycle bin will always work most often with your data that you are deleting and the one that you are no more in use of. So it works mainly for EBS volumes and AMI images. It works for EBS volumes and AMI images. Look at this. We have images for volumes, so you need to create a volume and then you delete the volume. So you create a snapshot and then you delete that snapshot. So the idea behind here is that what? The idea here is that as your computers are getting full, as your computers are, or not even getting full, here are your computers, here are your computers, and then at one particular moment you want to take a snapshot of this computer. You take that snapshot of the computer and then you bring it here, and then the snapshot is some sort of a copy of this computer at a particular point in time. So this snapshot that you have taken like this, time is going, time is never standing, time will always be going ahead. As time is going ahead, this snapshot remains obsolete. Somebody can delete the snapshot. If you delete the snapshot, it is gone. It is gone forever and your data is gone, right? If you delete the snapshot, that is your backup. If let's take for instance that you took a snapshot today. If you took a snapshot today and then somebody by mistakenly delete the snapshot from that account and the machine is closed down, that snapshot is gone forever. That data is lost forever. So what do? In order to preserve this data, we have to enable recycle bin, so that when we delete snapshots, they go first of all to the recycle bin before they get totally deleted. So coming here, I will go over to my volumes. These are the volumes that I'm having. Now under these volumes, I want to create a snapshot of this particular volume here. Let me give the volume name. Can I name this volume root volume? Okay, let me give a snapshot to that volume. So when we enable recycle bin, you will now see recycle bin starts functioning normally. So let us create a snapshot. We are creating a snapshot of what? We are creating a snapshot of a volume. It is the root volume that we want to create a snapshot. Description, root snapshot. Alright, we can forget about the tags and everything, and we create our snapshot. Our snapshot is created. So our snapshot is a copy of the root volume of our machine. Okay, so our snapshot is pending. So let's wait until it is finally created. It takes some little time for the snapshot to finally get created. It takes some time for the snapshots to get created. Here is the process. Here is the progress. It is not yet available. Okay, completed now. So we have created this snapshot. Our snapshot is ready. What if we delete this snapshot? Let us delete the snapshot. If we delete this snapshot like this, if we delete this snapshot, action, delete snapshot, delete, that snapshot is gone forever. I mean gone like gone. You can never see the snapshot again. So what do we need to do in order to protect data from being deleted like that? We need to activate recycle bin. What we need to do is we need to activate recycle bin. How do we activate recycle bin? Let us go to the service recycle bin. We search for recycle bin. Here is recycle bin. Let's open it in another window. So we create a recycle bin rule, right? We create a rule. This one is EBS volume rule, and then we can copy the same rule and we put there, and then retention type, we want to retain EBS snapshots, right? And then we apply all resources. So we say here that this retention period is such that time period that the resource can be recovered after deletion. So if you delete a snapshot today, it will be there for at least 1 day for you to discover that is it a mistake or it was real. After that 1 day, you will not be able to recover it again. Here we just want to say that you can either lock your recycle bin, or you can allow it unlocked. So let's just allow it unlocked, okay, so that nobody can modify your recycle bin. So we have everything presently set up for us. Let us create retention rule. Our retention rule has been created now. So okay, let us go now back here, and we create a snapshot. Let us create a snapshot. Can somebody unmute, please? Can you mute yourself? Declan, can you mute? Declan, can you mute?
I'm hungry.
All right, let's go ahead. Let us now delete or create a snapshot we are creating a snapshot from a volume, our root volume, description, updated machine, okay, we create our snapshot. Okay, our snapshot is created, so let us give it some time for it to be active. When you create a snapshot, you give some time for the snapshot to be active. Alright, our snapshot is completely created. With the snapshot completely created, what next? We can say that, alright, let us delete our snapshot now and see if it will go to our recycle bin. We take our snapshot, go to actions, delete snapshot, delete. Okay, there is no snapshot again here, so we go now to our rules that we created. Remember that we created some snapshots. We go to resources now. When you go to resources, we are supposed to see our snapshot in our resources. Let us see if our snapshot was created. Yeah, we are in the same region. Oh, like me, we have not created our retention rule. We didn't create our retention rule. Like, seriously? Okay, let us create our retention rule and go again. Retention hyphen rule. We copy our retention rule and we paste here. Then we select source type EBS snapshot, apply to all resources 1 day. I thought we did all this, and create retention rule. Successfully created. Okay, 2 of them have been created. Okay, this is the one that we have just created. Now let us delete that one. All right, this is our retention rule. So this is the rule where we are found, and we have deleted one EBS. We are expecting to see it appear here in our resources inside our retention rule. Are we in our retention rule? Yes. Cycle bin, retention rule. Yeah, we are in our retention rule. Okay, we make sure now that we come to our volumes. We create a snapshot. Of a route description. First shot. Create a snapshot. Pending. Completed. We take our snapshot. We know we have a retention rule for our snapshot. So we safely delete our snapshot. Snapshot deleted. Now we come to our retention rule. Now we can see our snapshot available in our resources. Now this snapshot is deleted from our main console, but as we delete it from our main console, it is available at the level of our recycle bin. And when you come to the recycle bin, this is the way your recycle bin looks like. You have your recycle bin. They ask you to create a retention rule. Inside the recycle bin is what we call retention rules. You just simply define for how long what you have deleted will stay. So we have created one of these retention rule. This is it here. And when you enter your retention rule, then you go now to resources that are found inside that retention rule. When you click on the resources, you will see what you have deleted. If you deleted this thing by mistake and you want to restore it, you just click here and you go to recover. When we go to recover resources, and then they are going to be recovered. If we come back to look, right now we do not have any snapshots. If we refresh, we'll see that that snapshot that we just deleted came back. So that is how you use recycle bin in order to toggle in between deleted data and mistakenly deleted data and restoring it back. That is all about recycle bin. If anybody has a question, you ask. If not, we continue to our brand new topic, which we were supposed to do today, called Amazon S3. We are beginning with the S3 bucket. Here is where we are standing. If I may have your notes. So we are at recycle bin. We are finished with recycle bin. We did Amazon machine image already. In order to recover your lost key pair, we are going to do this when we are going to reach AMI, because in order to recover your lost key pair, you just need to create a snapshot from one region, go and then you create a machine in another region and then you use it there. That is how you do it. Now let's talk about AWS budget. I would like that we should talk about AWS budget, because budget is what has been killing some of us today. We leave our accounts open and they are running, and very soon they start giving us bills, exorbitant bills that we do not know. So let's see how we can manage our budget. Let's see how we can manage our budget. In order to manage your AWS budget, all right, let us destroy our recycle bin. When you create your materials, as I said, always remember to destroy them. Recycle bin is payable, so you remember to destroy it because it is payable. Recycle bin is payable. Retention rules. Delete. First of all, delete your retention rule. Great. And then that is all. You go back now to your service. Okay, if we want to follow our budget, just come to budget. AWS budgets. Now, when you come to budgets here, what you do is you create a budget. You create a budget and you tell AWS that you don't want to pay anything. You don't want to pay anything. For those who want to pay something, they can put a particular amount of money here, right? You don't have to pay anything. So here is what your AWS is asking. How much do you want to spend? You say maybe you can decide to customize the way you want to spend. You come here, you say I want to spend 0. I don't want to spend anything per month. Or you can specify the amount of money that you wish to spend on a particular month, or you can specify your daily what you want to do per day as coverage, or maybe you can try to create a utilization budget for your reservations. That means if that budget is extinct, services should inform you. So but with us, we want to run with 0 budget. We don't want to pay anything. If any dollar is increasing in our account, it should inform us, right? If any dollar is increasing in your account, you should get a notification. That's what you want to do with 0 budget. So now we come here, we put our email address. Then we say if anything goes above 0, you will be notified via email when any spend above 0.01 is occurred, right? They should notify me when anything is occurring. So I create my budget. My budget is created. That is all. So if anything happens, I am going to receive a notification concerning the budget that I have just created. Okay, I'm going to receive notifications here, right? So that is how you manage your budgets. That is how you are going to manage your AWS budgets. Okay, now let us jump over to S3. What are S3 buckets and how are we going to use them? What are S3 buckets? We have talked about EBS, which is the Elastic Block Store. We have talked about EFS. And we have looked at the differences between EBS and EFS, where we saw that while EBS is a container, EFS is an elastic storage, which increases as long as you are increasing the storage. Okay, so right now we are going to look at another form of storage. This is a third form of storage that we are going to look at, which is called S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Store, right? S3 stands for Simple Storage Store. That's what we are going to be looking at today. So what is S3? S3 is a secure, durable, and highly scalable object storage. S3 is easy to use with a simple web service interface to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web. This means customers of all sizes and industries can use it to store and protect any amount of data for a range of use cases, such as data lakes, websites, mobile applications, backup and restore, archive, enterprise applications, anything you can think of, the Internet of Things, right? S3 is just amazing. What is the maximum amount of data that you can store in S3? Look at the features of S3 bucket. It is a global service. When you go to S3, it is global. That means it is available to all the regions and all the zones at once. You don't need to change your zones in your console before you can see a S3. No, it is available to every region at the same moment. Okay, now low latency and high throughput. High throughput simply means fast in internet transactions. That means if you are supposed to those who are doing trading and all the like, they would like to use S3 buckets, right? Adija is having a problem. can get to and click to rejoin. All right, so S3, with S3 buckets you have unlimited storage. Unlimited, that means you will never have, there is nothing like it is full. It is never full. S3 will never get full. And AWS promises people that the S3 bucket is 99.9999999. That means 9 to the 9 power, right? It is durable. That means it will never get bad. I mean, the 0.00001 is just that you cannot make something with technology and call it perfect. But Amazon is actually bragging for 99.9 to the 9 power durability. Okay, and then a single Amazon S3 object can store a maximum of 5 terabytes. A single Amazon, understand this statement very well. I was just saying that it is never going to get full, but I am saying here that a single Amazon S3 object can store maximum of 5 terabytes. The total volume that an S3 bucket can store is unlimited. If an object size is greater than 5 gigabytes, you should consider multi-part upload. Now, this statement, if you read it and you do not understand it, it can get confusing to you, because they start by saying that the total volume, that is the single amount Amazon S3 object can store a maximum of 5 terabytes. What is the meaning of this? Single Amazon S3 object can store a maximum of 5 terabytes. That means that what? If you have an object inside an S3, it can store 5 terabytes of data, right? And the total volume of an S3 bucket can store unlimited. That means if you host a website inside an S3, or if you put an object where you are going to store things inside an S3, that particular object is going to store a maximum of 5 terabytes. It's like putting, let me demonstrate something for you here. It's like putting a big basin like this, and then there is another one inside. So this is what they say, that a single object inside an S3 bucket can store 5 terabytes. This one can store 5 terabytes, but the volume that this S3 bucket can store is unlimited. That is what is actually going on there. All right, then we have buckets name are unique. Your bucket names should be unique. Security is highly guaranteed using access control list. You see what ACLR is? Access control list. Then restrictions and limitation. Bucket ownership is not transferable. All these you are going to read on your own spare time. Okay, you are going to read on your own spare time. I'm going to send you the notes for you to read. Let's actually go and create a bucket, and then we upload an object inside that bucket and see how it is going to function. So let's head over to our account and we go to the service S3. Click on S3 and then we create bucket name. Let me give VTA 432 buckets. If you give a name that is being used by somebody, it will not go, right? The bucket should be created in Oregon. I've chosen any region. Please just choose any region. Then you have to take ACL enabled. Take ACL enabled, and then bucket ownership is you. Then now for this one, for now, open all access of the bucket and accept here that you acknowledge what you're doing. Continue. And then you create your bucket. Okay, your bucket is created already. With your bucket created, now here is your bucket created. What do? You open your bucket. When you open your bucket, this is how your bucket looks like inside. This bucket now is a storage of unlimited capacity, right? This bucket stores unlimited capacity. If I like, I can upload an image to this S3 bucket. Let me upload an image. You just click on upload, and then you come to add files. You can also add folders, so add files. Now let us just put this image, and when you put the image, you come down to permissions. You grant the image some permission. Somebody is trying to connect. When you grant the image permissions, we are going to see here they say choose from predefined ACLs, privately recommended. Go to public, right? Take public recommended, and they say you understand what you are doing. Then from there, now you can upload your image into the S3 bucket. Now when you upload your image into the S3 bucket, the image is available at the S3 bucket. Here is your image. Your image is available. You click on your image. How is it possible to visualize your image? You come to your URL, your image URL. You click on your image URL, and then you can view your object directly from the network, right? That is it. If I give you this URL, you are going to be able to see this particular image directly from wherever you are. Okay, so it is the S3 bucket is a perfect environment to host websites, keep your things there. It is payable. You should understand the payments. When you read the article, when you read the notes, you are going to understand how it is payable and how you can use it. Okay, all right, we are going to end these sessions today. I discovered that a lot of you are having issues with internet, so we end the session for today. Make sure you go through the video again, and if you have any issues, come back and let's discuss. All right, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.